Hello everybody, Tony Aiello. Just going to spend a few minutes with you here. We are on Rosecrans Avenue, just, east of Marquardt, and we're showing you the very last of the old Mirada Animal Hospital here. Really beautiful evening here, starting to stay light later now, as you can see the sun going down. Yeah, the reason they're demolishing the animal hospital and also this other building, that little tiny weird shopping center that used to be right here at Stage Road. You can see where Stage Road veers off right there. The metro project will be taking place. The Marquardt Rosecrans project, transportation project, overpass project, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be happening here. They first started talking about it a few years ago, but now they're starting to clear away a lot of the buildings. But here we have the old Mirada Animal Hospital. Hospital? Did I just say hospital? The old Mirada Hospital that used to be here. This is a rather very historic stretch of street, believe it or not, here on Rosecrans Avenue. Now, you remember back in the day, all the way up until the early 60s, Rosecrans dead-ended right here. Then it ultimately was opened up all the way to Valley View Avenue, and then ultimately opened up to all the way eventually, to where's it go now? All the way to Euclid. But this is a kind of a historic stretch of street here. You can see this street off to the distance named Iselli Drive, and that is named after the old Iselli dairy that used to be right here in this vicinity. Of course, this is also a very confusing stretch of street because of the different geographical layout as far as the city limits go. But the Olympic torch went by here in 1984. There's been numerous accidents here at this intersection. That's why it's been declared as one of the most dangerous in the state, this intersection where the railroad tracks go across Rosecrans Avenue. And that's the whole reasoning there, putting the overpass, and the landscape is all going to be changing. There's going to be a new traffic signal, I believe, down by where Iselli Drive is. But interestingly enough, if I can explain this to you guys really quickly without boring you too quickly, but Rosecrans from the west, as it approaches from Carmenita, you have Norwalk on one side and Santa Fe Springs on the north side and Norwalk on the south side. And then as it approaches passes Marquardt, it becomes Santa Fe Springs on both sides. So where I'm standing, it's Santa Fe Springs on both sides. Then as you make your way down here, it remains Santa Fe Springs on the south side, but on the north side, if you can see that brick wall right there, that is actually the beginning of the La Mirada city limits on the north side here of Rosecrans, and that's actually where Van Dam Stadium once was. That was the actual entrance to Van Dam Stadium right there. If you can see that little window in the building, that's where the snack bar was. For a lot of us growing up in La Mirada, that's where the famous Van Dam Stadium was. And then you go down a little further as you get closer to Valley View, and it remains on Santa Fe Springs on the south side. And then once you get to Valley View, because that's why Oxman Surplus, McDonald's, they're all on the south side, and that's Santa Fe Springs. Once you pass, am I confusing everybody? Once you pass Valley View, it's La Mirada on both sides. So really, Santa Fe Springs only has a very short half-mile stretch here from maybe a quarter mile here west to, like I said, to about Valley View Avenue. It's only like a 3/4 mile stretch where it's actually the city of Santa Fe Springs, and of course that goes way back to their famous land grab of the late 50s, mid 50s. That's why they have, their city hall is way up by Telegraph in the 605, but they have property that goes all the way, which includes the old La Mirada swap meet, La Mirada Drive-In, which is really in Santa Fe Springs as well. So that's a little stretch of history here, a little stretch of Santa Fe Springs. But a very historic, I thought I'd bring this to you, very historic, and here we can see a train coming right now. This will all be changing within the next couple of years, folks, as an overpass will be constructed here. This is Anson Avenue on my right, and there we see a bicyclist going by. Of course, the North Fork Coyote Creek Bikeway is just about a half mile to the west. Again, that'll take you all the way to Seal Beach. He probably just came off that trail. Yeah, we have a train coming right now. So that's all I'm going to have for you tonight, folks. Quick little history lesson here. Yeah, so I just thought that'd be really cool. That was the old Van Dam Stadium. That was the location of it, and a lot of course, right on the other side of these industrial buildings is the La Mirada neighborhood. And a lot of kids used to walk over here to Van Dam Stadium back in the day. But that's actually where La Mirada starts. Only on the north side, though, where that beige-colored wall is. I keep saying brick. Well, I guess it is brick. So that's it for now. Say goodbye. Say your final condolences to the old La Mirada Animal Hospital. I think later it became the VCA La Mirada Animal Hospital. This thing goes way back. And again, it's called the La Mirada Animal Hospital, but it's really not in La Mirada. It was in Santa Fe Springs. But I don't know how many of you used to bring your pets back here. I know they were a little pricey for some people. There's different options in the area. But that's it for this time. Until next time, my name is Tony Aiello. We'll catch you next time, everybody. Have a good one.